kind of upset with my sisters. Everybody keeps telling me how to live their life, but are they saints? No. I'm trying the best I can. I just became a single parent.
I know what it's like to have children under the age of 2, but she needs to know that, like, babies are supposed to cry and throw a fit, not you.
You know, this season is becoming more and more ridiculous when it comes to Amy's story, isn't it? I mean, honestly, Amy's somebody that signed up, well, maybe signed up, wanted to be a parent, right? And not only did she want to be a parent to just one child, she wanted to be a parent to 2 boys. And not only did she want to be a parent to not just 1 but 2 boys, but she even ignored doctor's orders by even getting pregnant as quick as she did with both children, because she was on a weight loss journey and she was meant to lose a significant amount of weight, which she never did. I mean, she lost enough weight to get surgery, and then she lost a bit more weight to look more different than what she did in season 1. So obviously, you know, she did put some work in. But then she was quick enough to want to get pregnant. And then once she got pregnant the first time, she was then told, hey, do not do it again. Wait until you lose some more. She ignored it, it happens. And the crazy thing about it is, now she's in this position where she's got 2 boys, and now she's moaning. She's moaning about finally being, about being in a position where she's a single mother, as if she didn't put herself in this position. Now, I'm not saying that it's her fault that she's become a single mother, but she put herself in this position where she decided to have 2 kids with a man that I guess she probably would have known at the time that their relationship wasn't exactly 100% secure. I mean, look at it this way. They had 1 son, and you would have thought, like, just gauging the way Michael would have been with the first child, that would have given a hint of what it'd be like to have a second child. But if anything, she probably ignored that and decided to have another child. And now their relationship is completely gone to poop. You know, he's filed for divorce, and now she's on her own. And because she's on her own, she's now in this panic mode. You know, and you can even say that she's now in that, PTSD mode, you know? And listen, it's not nice to go through a phase where, you know, you are depressed and whatnot, but from what I understand and what I've always understood from great parents in this world, they've always said, listen, it doesn't matter what I'm going through, my child comes first. I will cry and I will be sad when my child is sleeping, when my child don't see me. But I'll never put the energy around them. When I'm around them, I'm always going to be as strong as I can be. And Amy doesn't seem to be grafting that whole responsibility. That's why Amanda called her out. But let's continue.
But Gage is throwing a fit, and next thing I know, I look over, Amy's crying too. Amy, that's not...
We all get at the table and the kids start having a meltdown. They're babies, and they just get overwhelming at times. Loses it.
It's crazy though, is in this whole episode, it's as if like the family were more able to identify the issue with the boys more than Amy was. That is so wrong on like every level, you know?
And this has become the new norm that's getting ridiculous.
I'm definitely not supposed to be holding on to him while he's throwing himself around, but nobody wants to hear a screaming baby while they're out to dinner.
Now, let's not forget, Amanda and Missy just had surgery themselves, and because they just had surgery themselves, they're not supposed to be doing any heavy lifting. But, you know, Amanda's always having to step in and be the bigger sister, you know? She's always having to step in and, you know, do what she can to help Amy. And it's quite annoying because Amy comes across very ungrateful to the support that she's getting from the family, but I feel like Amanda's given her a whole lot more support than she deserves. And I say deserves because Amy put herself in this position. But either way, though, now Amanda's putting herself in a position where she may jeopardize her own surgery. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time Amanda's had a weight loss surgery as well. So she has to be more careful than ever. But, you know, she understands the responsibility of children. She understands the responsibility and the sacrifice that comes with it. Amy, on the other hand, is only thinking about herself.
You're going to have to let him go to sleep tonight and get some rest.
Uh-oh. You're all right. You're all right. EP2.
You want to bring him down here and I'll take care of him?
You see? The whole family coming together to see if they can help the boys. While Amy's there just soaking. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. I think it's amazing that the family wants to support her, but I think it's annoying that she's not grateful for it. She keeps coming up with excuse after excuse after excuse. But this is the thing, though. This is the question. If the family wasn't there, what would Amy do then? You see what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of mothers in this world that they won't have any support whatsoever. And they got to figure it out by themselves. And they do what they can. Amy isn't doing that.
Rally strong, put them to bed early, get some sleep. When they fall asleep, you go to sleep. None of this staying up 2 or 3 hours after they go to sleep.
What are you doing?
And this is another thing. She's even in a space where she's even getting advice of what she could do to help herself. But instead of taking the advice, she's just sulking. A part of me wants to feel bad for her, but the thing is, though, I feel more bad for the kids than I do for her. Because that's how it should be.
I'm leaving. Why?
One other thing. At the end of the day, these kids didn't choose to be here. She chose to bring them in this world. So therefore she has that responsibility by default.
Because point, I just see that Gage is inconsolable. He's still throwing a fit. So I'm just going to leave and I'll go back to the house, and he's just tired. Gage just needs to go to sleep. I have no idea what.
See, it's interesting, isn't it? That Amy's unable to identify that the kids may just be tired and that's what they need. She's so consumed in her own thing, so consumed in what she's going through, that she's neglecting, I guess, for some people, a fundamental responsibility or a fundamental thing to know.
Space Amy is in right now, but there's no excuse. You are a mother, and it doesn't matter what you were going through.
Frustrated because the kids are acting out.
Yeah.
And then she has a meltdown.
Amy's trying to play this pity party.
Uh-huh.
But Amy needs to stand up and find her rhythm and do what she's got to do.
Precisely. Playing this whole pity party isn't good enough. She's got to find the rhythm. She's got to make she's got to do what's necessary. And what's necessary is being strong around the boys no matter what. I mean, listen, I get it. Sometimes in life, we can forget about the simple things in life, like the fundamentals. We can forget about the things that are so simple to think about, like obviously knowing that your child may just need maybe a nappy change, or your child may just need some sleep, or your child may just need some food, or your child may just need to go outside and run around or whatnot. All these things are very simple things, right? And don't get me wrong, sometimes when we are, in a certain place, we may forget these things. But from what I understand from anyone that's a parent, you would never forget these things, because the moment that your child cries, you automatically think, damn, this is what they must need. You know what I mean? Like, because your mind is set to always make sure you're prioritizing for their needs. It's always going to be the child's needs over your needs. You see what I'm saying? So it's like an autopilot reaction. The fact that Amy isn't having an autopilot reaction is very, very concerning. Very concerning. It does make me question a little bit though. She says that Michael pretty much didn't do much at all when it came to helping her be a parent. But I do wonder now how much truth is behind that. Because she's acting as if like this is her first time ever actually looking after these boys. And it's crazy because even when she was Michael, she was always stressing about how he wouldn't help her, always stressing about this and everything. But she was always able to, I guess, stay on top of things. But now he's not here, she's unable to. What's the difference of him being there and not being there if he still felt like a single mom anyway? You see what I'm saying? If anything, she's in a better position now than she was when she was with him, because now she's in a position where she's got a family. You know, she's got all these members of family here helping in some format. She only had one person before who wasn't helping her, right? So you think that her stress would be a bit more, but obviously at the same time, let's not neglect that or ignore the fact that Amy got surprised by the fact that Michael wanted to divorce her. She probably expected him to not leave, expected him to fight for the relationship. Because he hasn't, it's probably shocked her. So if anything, you know, she's probably just sitting in a pit of sorrow because she's just annoyed that Mike actually decided to leave her. She thought that maybe he, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. She's feeling sorry for herself.
Amy's overwhelmed, stressed, all the above, but we tiptoe around Amy or walk on eggshells around Amy because she's always on edge.
I mean, honestly, until Amy gets together, it ain't gonna get no better.
Right, it ain't gonna get no better. Amy needs to lift herself up. Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, you know, the biggest problem that Amy has here, it's not even about her being a parent. Well, it is, but what is causing her to be such a poor parent at this moment in time? Because she's been annoyed that Michael left. The man that she complained about for so long. I mean, I get it. Sometimes in life, you know, we want someone to leave, but then when they leave, we're like, oh, damn, I don't think we want it now, because when that person leaves, it's like a part of you leaves too, because you're so used to always being with them. You know, she had a routine of always being around Michael. He's not there anymore, so now it's like annoying. I get it. Breakups do that to people. But despite the breakup, your children are still the priority no matter what. There's no excuses. But nonetheless, though, you guys let me know exactly what you're thinking down below. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.